Hey everyone, it's Joseph, and just reaching out to you to give you a quick update on the listing agreement that was released on May 1. This will replace the original update I sent. I'm just going to go through on the minor changes and then spend a little bit more time on the paragraphs that involve when you should be putting the home in the MLS, what dates you should be putting in, and how to handle different situations with sellers that you may have. So I'm going to just jump right into the listing agreement now, and we'll go through it. Of course, you can email me at any time or call me at any time with questions. So let's jump into the changes on the listing agreement. This is Form 220 of SCR, and this is the listing agreement. And the first changes are formatting only. Paragraph 1, nothing to see here other than there's more space between the lines for initials. Paragraph 2, there was a removal of some information in here. This is where you put in your total commission, and it used to read afterwards how much of that commission was going to be paid out to the different types of co-ops. That was removed here because it's covered on paragraph 3, page 2. This is where you will put in the information of how much you're going to be offering to each one of the co-ops. The big change, and the reason that most of you are watching this, comes on page 3 at the bottom, and this is paragraph 13. So paragraph 13 basically gives you two options. Option number 1 basically says that the seller's initialing this and that they are consenting to you entering it into the MLS. And then if they initial this, you have to abide by the MLS guidelines when they do so. Option number 2 says, no, we want this to be handled as a exclusive listing only for your office. So here's where the confusion comes in, because the question that comes across a lot is, what happens if I have a seller that wants to put their home on the market, but they need 2 weeks to get the home ready? So if that is the case, and we'll just use round numbers, let's say you signed a listing on May 1, you will actually date the listing May 1, and they're going to need 2 weeks to put it into the MLS. Well, for that 2 weeks, you can't do any public marketing, but you can have the MLS agreement signed. You'll actually have them initial option number 1 right here, and then when you're ready to put it into the MLS, you will then put it in the MLS, and on the input section of the MLS, which are going to be under main fields, you'll have the actual MLS entry date here, and you'll put that date in there from when it is going to go live. This is how you are able to then have a listing agreement signed and then be able to work with your seller as they coordinate everything. However, the thing to keep in mind is if you do take that option, if they do sign initial option number 1, the moment that you make any public marketing of this via Facebook, a sign in the yard, an email to your database, or anybody in the office emails it out, then the MLS rules state that you have to be in the MLS within 1 day. So the workaround, so to speak, for those of you that want to take listings and then they have time before they go on the market, is they are going to initial option number 1, and then you will put them in the MLS when they're ready. There's no time frame on that. There's no limit on how long that will be. It just has to be within 1 day of any public marketing that you do. And then the last changes that you have on there, you have a title of paragraph 16. It's just a different title. And then paragraph 18, they removed some of the verbiage in there which conflicted with the repair procedure. So that is pretty much it. It's a quick update. I understand it. Feel free to call me or email me with any questions that you have. I'd be glad to help in any way. Otherwise, have a great day and go take some listings so you can start using the listing agreement. Thanks, guys.